Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're watching this. But it is almost 7 a.m. and I am doing a 12-hour extreme work day for reselling. I don't think I've ever done this much in one work day and actually kept track of breaks and stuff like that. But if you didn't see my last challenge, I worked 3 8-hour work days and I was very strict with my breaks, and I'm going to do that today with a 12-hour day. I'm just trying to test and see what works best for me, and I would much rather just have a long day and knock out a whole bunch of reselling stuff than to have it spaced out over, multiple days. So anyways, on that note, I am going to set a timer for 2 hours. My breaks are going to be about 2 hours after the last one. So we're at 2 hours. Just to explain what I'm hoping to accomplish today. First, since it's nice and cool outside, I want to put inventory from 2 thrift hauls away in inventory. I've already filmed these, so I can put them in inventory and not worry. Then I want to go upstairs. I want to photograph 50 items and hopefully list and cross-list those 50 items. I already know this is going to be a stretch for 12 hours because I've already timed myself doing this amount of work, or, I've already timed myself of how many items I can do. But I can't put away the stuff that I photographed today because I still need to film that for a thrift haul. So I feel like this is a good mix. If I end early, then I'm going to be done early because this would be a lot to accomplish in 12 hours. So on that note, I've already talked for a minute of my time. I have some iced coffee. I need to go take some bags out of my office to my tough shed outside and then add everything in my spreadsheet and put everything away into bins. And that's the first thing today.
So I wanted to get one of my least favorite things done of the day, which is inventory. What I didn't realize was that the sun was going to be hitting me the whole time while I was working. So I probably should have done this at the end of the day, but it was nice to just get this put away. So there are my 5 empty bags. I'll take them upstairs because I'm working on piles for thrift hauls that I have to film after I photograph stuff. So, okay, I have 41 minutes left before my break, and I'm not surprised it took an hour and 20 minutes or a little less because I was moving stuff around because I think it's about 70 items approximately per haul, 140 items. I did 145 minutes put away in inventory. So right now I'm spot on with time. So before I go upstairs and take some photos, I actually have 10 drafts. I think it's 10. And these are from yesterday. I had photographed them. This isn't part of the 50 today, 9 drafts, correction. This isn't part of the 50 today, but I just thought I'd knock these out really quick and have a clean slate. Right now, my total active listings is 1437. So once I get these 9, I don't even know math right now. Once I get these 9, then I'll be at my starting point for 50 photographed and listed today. So we'll get close to 1500 today. I won't get there because that's not my goal, but I'm going to finish drinking my coffee that's warmed up a little bit, my iced coffee that's no longer icy, and get some listings done. So one thing I've enjoyed recently is instead of using a to-do list, just focusing on a block of time and trying to fill in as much work in that time as possible. So with a 12-hour workday, that's pretty long. I'm definitely going to dwindle with my energy level, but just adding these 9 listings means I can just get this done. And even though it wasn't part of my original to-do list at the beginning of the day, I still accomplished it and still got most of the rest of the stuff done. So yeah.
Okay, so I just finished the drafts. So I've got basically 4 minutes left until my break, which there's nothing I can do because if I get upstairs and start something, that'll be break time. So I'm going to take a couple extra minutes on my break. So far I have put away approximately 140 items into inventory and added them to my spreadsheet, and I've listed 9 drafts. So I'm going to go play with the dog outside for my break and get some water and then head upstairs so that I can take some photos of 50 items, hopefully just knock those out and then get back to listing. So right now my active total is
1,446. So by the end of today, I should be at 1,496 if all goes well, unless something sells on eBay or Poshmark, in which case the number will be lower. But time for a break. Moon is on guard dog mode, keeping an eye out for wild animals while I work.
Okay, I'm a couple minutes over because I was doing dishes and just lost track of time. Anyways, so I actually steamed some extra stuff when I was doing a chatty work with me. That video will be out before this or after this, I'm not sure. So I actually don't have that much to steam as far as what's on the rack, but I am going to steam a few items, make sure everything on the rack is steamed, and then I'm going to start taking photos. Probably on the rack, I'll have somewhere between 35 and 40 items. So I'll have to steam some more in a little bit, but one thing at a time.
While I'm waiting for my steamer to get warm. So why am I doing a 12-hour workday? So I did the how long would it take me to do 100 items. That video will be linked down below. And that took me a total of 3 8-hour work days with breaks and all. And that gave me a good measurement of what I was capable of doing and approximately how long it took to do certain things. But I think that I would much rather just have 1 to 2 really long, hard reselling work days. And even though I will still do reselling on other days through the week, just get the bulk or the majority of the stuff out of the way. And that way I can use my other days to focus on real estate, YouTube, and time off. So today's kind of a test of, is this that bad to do a 12-hour day with 2 30-minute meal breaks and 3 10-minute breaks? Is that bad? Is it possible for me to kind of be as efficient as I was on the 8-hour days? And if so, that might be something that I would implement at least once a week. It is just do like 1 12-hour day and then, work a couple hours another day, a couple hours another day. So, basically just that's my goal. So one thing that some of you guys might be thinking is that it would be impossible for you to carve out 12 hours of uninterrupted time to do something like this. And me sharing this in a video is not meant to say this is what everyone should do. It's just me trying to figure out what could work for me ongoing to help me be more productive with my time and have more time off. It is hard for me to find a 12-hour day. I have things like yoga. I have time with friends. I have time with family that is very meaningful for me and interrupts my day. My dog isn't that great of just being chill for 12 hours straight. So I think for me, what I've learned is I'm really enjoying just carving out some time, even if it's only 2 hours or 4 hours, but just setting aside some time where I can put my phone on airplane mode and just get reselling done. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. So that's exactly 4 hours of working with 1 10-minute break. So I'm 1/3 of the way done today. I got most of this rack photographed. There's 4 items hanging that won't fit on the mannequin. So I just need to take pictures of them on hangers. And there's 1 item missing some sort of belt or something. So I'm going to have to buy like a ribbon. And then that bag, I need to get some fraying off. But anyways, before I go on my first meal break, I haven't eaten. So this will be like an early lunch, but whatever. I thought I would show you the chaos that has ensued. Is that the right word? But it's not my fault. It's not my fault because if I didn't have hauls that I have to set aside to film, I wouldn't have this piling up. But full transparency. So it was a few weeks ago that I organized my loft. And I said that typically what I do is I will pile over here. And so there's different piles for different things. Most of this on the couch and then some bags of shoes on the ground in between down here are a bins haul. So it's all photographed. I couldn't move it downstairs to my office because I had those other 2 hauls that I already filmed that needed to go to my storage shed. So that all can go down to my office now until I can film in a couple days that haul. Then I have some piles of some stuff that were from previous hauls that I realized I didn't photograph or whatever. Anyways, that just need to go to inventory. So that's that pile right there. I have a damaged pile that's not exchange, like it's not items that I can exchange because I didn't buy them at Goodwill. And I have a couple items of exchange over here. And then these 2 stacks, one is a $2 day at Goodwill that I'm trying to keep separate, and one is another bins haul. And then I've got some bags of shoes that I've already photographed from the bins as well. So anyways, it has turned to absolute chaos up here. I would like to get everything off the rack over here and move the one haul downstairs that's already completely done and just needs to be filmed, move the rest of the stuff on this rack over here. Even though it's already been processed or photographed and steamed, it can wait over here. So hopefully by the end of this day, I will have this chaos dealt with. But I mean, this is just part of life, and I would rather have things organized because I have to have so many piles for videos, but also have an excuse to like, okay, get it all off the couch because this it's not a good look. So on that note, it is 11:03. I'm going to take a 30-minute meal break. I'm going to play with the dog, get something to eat, and not film. So I'll be back when my first meal break is done. What are you doing down there? You hiding? You just snoozing in the shade? Okay. All right. 3 minutes past. It was supposed to be back up here at 11:33, but I filled up my water for the steamer and had to bring all the stuff up, like the tripod and everything. Anyways, I think I photographed 28 items. I did not have to steam everything, so that did save me some time today. But I am just going to move this stuff that I still need to photograph, recount what I've already done, and then put up the remainder of the stuff that I need today so that I can just easily keep track. And then I'm going to steam them and start photographing again. So the most time-consuming part of the process for me is creating drafts and listing. And so while I'm making good timing, I'm not sure how long it's going to take. But hopefully I can get everything listed and cross-listed to Poshmark and deal with this mess, behind you, what I'm looking at right now, and all of that in the 12-hour time frame. So we will see. Time to get to work. So some people may think that this is all a lot of work for items that might only sell for $15, $20, $25. My average sale price for all of my items is right around $25 to $30. It just depends on kind of what kind of product I'm sourcing that month. But I personally like being at home. I don't want to be in thrift stores all day, every day. And so that's how I run my business, is just focusing on the average sale price, trying to go sourcing once per week, and then spending the time at home being as productive as possible. All right, a minute left before the halfway mark. So it is break time. I got through, I think, 50 items, maybe an additional one just in case. I will count in a little bit, but I am going to go sit at the computer when I get back from my break, get some drafts done, probably just get all 50 drafts done and sit in front of a fan because it's a little toasty. So for my break, I'm going to go hang out with the dog outside, throw the ball for her a little bit. And break time. All right, that was the fastest break ever. AKA, it did not feel like a break. But here we are. I'm at 0 drafts, and it is 1:40. So I think that was exactly 10-minute break. And I'm going to start drafting. And I'll check in when hopefully I have 50 drafts. All right, so I have my 50 drafts, and it is 3:15. So I think the break is in 15 minutes, 14 minutes now. So I'm gonna list a couple of these and then take a break.
Okay, so it's 3:30, which means it is my second meal break or second 30-minute break. I'm not really hungry because I snacked on some crackers while I was creating drafts. So I'm probably just going to look at some social media, sit outside with the dog, and just try to relax for 30 minutes because I still have 4 hours more to work, and all of that's at the computer. And I think listing does drain me at times, but I have 47 more items. I only got a few listed, not 15 minutes, but I have 47 more items to list, and hopefully I will have a little bit of extra time to go upstairs and get all of that organized. So we'll see, but it's break time.
What are you doing? Are you just guarding the house, doing your job? So if someone asked me what my favorite and least favorite things or tasks to do with reselling would be, I don't know. I feel like I've got good days and bad days with all of it. Like sometimes I'm just in the mood to sit at the computer like I am here and just list, but there are definitely days like this where I would actually prefer to be moving around. So it just depends on the day.
Okay, so I'm tired of sitting here, but I have 2 hours left, so it is my last 10-minute break. So I'm gonna go check on the dog outside. It is just about 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. So I'm gonna take the 10-minute break, and then I'll have an hour and 50 minutes to continue working. Just to show you where I'm at right now on listing. I have 15 drafts left. So I have listed 35 items. And if I can get all 15 of these done with maybe 30 minutes to spare, then I think, well, actually I was gonna cross list to Poshmark, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that and organize upstairs. So probably what I'll do is cross list. I don't know. I haven't decided. But I will for sure get all of this listed to eBay, which will be 50 items plus the 9 from this morning that were already drafted. And then I'll figure it out later of what I want to do. We'll see. Break time. And if you're wondering why my drafts all have the same thing, so I just find a listing, like a dress, to use for any of my dresses as a starting point, and then I edit the listing. So I just found a Derek Lamb dress, and then all the dresses that I had photographed today, I just use that listing, and I'll just go in and edit, and it streamlines it for me. I found it is easier if I use my own listings to edit than other people's, because I'm only going to make a few edits when it's mine, like the brand, the size, the color, some of those basic things, but at least it's written in the same way that I like to write it, as opposed to someone else's listing. So hopefully that makes sense. These are still drafts. All right, break time is over. I have 15 left to list. So hopefully I can get that done in about an hour. And then I'll have 50 minutes to maybe cross list some to Poshmark and clean up my mess upstairs. And I guess, like 12 hours is a long time to work straight with just a few breaks, scheduled breaks. I'm tempted all the time to not have my phone on airplane mode, or, check Instagram or check YouTube or, that kind of stuff. But I do like the structure, and I like the fact that I know something is coming around the corner when I can do that stuff. And I also know that at the end of the day, I'm going to feel really great about being productive, but it's not easy for me. And, even if you can't, like I said before, set aside 12 hours one day a week to kind of do some of this stuff, even 4 hours in a day, is really meaningful. And I do think that I start dwindling at this time. Like, I feel like I'm less productive because I'm just worn out. But I'll still get this stuff done, and I'm still going to end the day with a lot done so I can enjoy my day off tomorrow. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm not hating life, but it is hard. And but regular jobs are hard, So at least this, I know that I can control which day I do what, and so yeah. Anyways, time to list.
I've said this before, but I will say it again. I think accountability does help. And if you work for yourself and you don't have a boss or coworkers watching you, I do think social media can be helpful. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, like most people don't, utilizing Instagram or maybe some reseller friends to just share your ongoing day can be really helpful. And even when I'm not filming myself, I do hold myself accountable on Instagram at times, and I like it. 0 drafts. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I'm not done working yet, but just to show you, I did sell one thing while I was listing today. So it should have been, I think, at $14.96 to have that 50 items after I listed the 9. But basically, I listed 59 items today. 50 I photographed and steamed. Photographed, steamed most of them, measured all of them today. 9 of them were drafts from yesterday. And my goal this month is to get to the 1,500 mark, and I'm only 5 away. But I'm not going to list for a couple days. So here we are in all its glory. So I was going to take the easy route and just go sit outside and do some Poshmark cross-listing, but I feel like the responsible thing is to do the thing that I am dreading the most, which is tackle upstairs and just get that organized. I know I will appreciate it later. So I'm going to go upstairs. I have 45 minutes until the end of my 12-hour workday. That is definitely plenty of time. So hopefully I can tackle that in like 20 minutes. Basically, I'm just shuffling things around because, again, I have to film a haul for like multiple piles. So yeah, but if I can get it organized, things put in place, some things put in my office from the loft, then I will feel better. And then I can maybe cross list a few things before the end of the workday and then be done. Thank goodness. Okay, so I think that these 2 bags and some shoe bags, a lot of shoe bags, are one bins haul that I need to film. And I just finished, did I finish photographing all the bin stuff? No, I still have some more bin stuff. So this needs to stay up here. So I'm gonna put this over on the rack. I think it was about like 78 items this Wednesday. Okay, so this stuff is a $2 Goodwill day. Used to be our dollar day. And I can't remember how many items, but not that many. So I'm probably gonna go back and combine the $2 days, the two $2 days as one large haul. So this is gonna stay up here. All right, so the shoes that are going in the haul, they just need to stay up here. I will put them in this corner. And okay, so the rest of this stuff is either one bins haul that needs to go to my office and I can film that in a couple days. And then some of this stuff just needs to go outside to the storage shed to be put in inventory another day. It can go in a bin that's in transition. So, and then a couple of these are flawed. So they just need to go into my donate pile. So it's gonna be up and down the ladder. Oh joy. And for anyone who is concerned about this ladder, I'm used to it. I've lived in this house for 5 years. I've gone up and down this ladder multiple times, almost every day in that 5 years. And there's risk with staircases or just flat surfaces. You could roll your ankle, accidentally fall. So I do try to hold on every time I'm going up and down, and it just works for me. All right, I have a half hour left. I'm gonna go do some cross listing, but here's the current status of my loft area. So most of that is already listed. The top shelf has a few things that need to be listed from that same haul. So I'm just gonna keep that there. Those shoes are part of that haul, that bins haul, and those are some exchanges. So those will just sit up there so I can find the receipt. But, whoops, I'm gonna go down and cross list. I like to end my work days when possible out on my deck. It's usually, especially during the summer, really nice weather with the sun setting, a nice slight breeze, and it's just a really peaceful time for me. So I'm really relieved that I got through this day and I got a lot done, and I'm proud of myself. Thinking she's on guard dog duty. All right, so it is, can I show you the time? 7:59, almost 8 p.m. And I cross-listed, I think it was about 20 items. So these four, these four, these four, these four, these four, and then these two. So what did I accomplish today? So I put away about 140 items into inventory that were from 2 hauls that I recently filmed. So I added those to my spreadsheet and put those into bins. And then I listed 9 items from yesterday's drafts. And then I probably had about 25 items steamed, but the other 25 items, maybe 20, 25, I didn't count. The other 25 to 30, I had to steam. I measured everything. I took photos, and then I created drafts on eBay, listed those 50 items, and then I cross-listed 20 items. Is that all I did? Oh, and I cleaned up the loft. I don't think that's bad for 12 hours. 12 hours with 3 10-minute breaks and 2 30-minute breaks. I'm pretty happy. Yeah. I don't know if I'll do this every week. Like maybe I'll do, I don't know. But if you guys like seeing when I work, and my progress and kind of the challenges, and, you know, some days I go to the post office and there's more like driving and, you know, shipping. And if you guys want to see more of these, definitely let me know, hit the thumbs up, all of that stuff. But I do like sharing the reality of reselling and not just the thrift hauls. I mean, I like a good thrift haul and I like a thrift with me. I haven't done one of those in a while, but I do think sharing what I do most of the time is probably more helpful. And how I prioritize things and how I structure things. There's people that are faster than me and there are people that aren't as fast as me. And I think it's just finding what works for you. And I don't know, I just like the system of having scheduled shifts, and I don't mind a 12-hour shift. It wasn't that bad today. So I'm going to sit out here and enjoy the beautiful evening with the dog, and I'm going to call it a video, call it a night. I'm not going to work tomorrow, which I'm so thrilled about, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.